That was lovely.
Sorry.
Use the cough button next time, okay? There we go.
You're listening to the Level Best Network.
This is the INTERCOT Insider podcast, episode number 154.
Wow.
The INTERCOT Insider podcast is brought to you by Magical Journeys, sponsors of INTERCOT 25, by the way, and of course the website for most of the last 25 years. Give Nancy and crew a call, a text, a instant message, however you choose to communicate with them. Do it, because they'll save you a lot of money on your next vacation to Walt Disney World, Disneyland, pretty much anywhere, Universal, cruises. Any place you want to go, they can help you get there. Magical Journeys, great sponsor of INTERCOT.com. Hello, everybody, and
Hello.
welcome. Welcome on in.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
This is the post INTERCOT 25 podcast, and I don't know about you guys, but I've got the remnants of the creepy crud. I don't know whether anyone else got affected with that after post. I got 25, but my brother on like one of the last days that we were there, I think it was Sunday, was like, yeah, I don't feel so good. I'm like, oh no.
I was just pooped, just worn out. Lots of
Exhausted was
long days, but fun
that's
days.
that's what I thought it pretty much was. And, so didn't think much of it, and then came home, and then it kind of turned into that sort of weird cold thing, not COVID.
Yeah. Everyone always gets that when you come back from Disney. It's just the Disney crud.
Yeah, we called it the creepy crud.
Creepy crud, right? Mm-hmm.
That's really what it is. So, I mean, I'm far removed from that, actually. I mean, like 5 or 6 days, but I have kind of the occasional tickle in my throat. So if you hear me sloshing around, I've got the halls going here.
But no honey hulls. I didn't realize you hate honey.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the honey.
So you're not a Winnie the Pooh guy then, huh?
No, I just am not. Although I will say that, if you're making a hot toddy, or like in broadcasting, we would do honey, lemon, and hot tea when you were trying to just get through a shift. And
Yeah, they would always like spoonfuls of honey to swallow just to get through reading on air.
And don't ask why I had this.
100%
handy.
true. Yeah, what? Yeah, that was weird.
It's literally on the chair right next to me. I don't know why. So
I don't know where you all want to start as far as talking about the weekend, but
in the beginning.
It was so busy. Okay, there I said it.
Yeah, it's very crowded.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Jock Lindsay's. That was the Thursday night first unofficial official event.
Absolutely. That didn't quite go as expected, but it went better than expected in some ways too.
It was a bit disorganized, I'm not going to lie.
No, I mean, because always in the past we had kind of been able to just sort of, show up and we get a table outside or collect a few tables outside. And for some reason, we met the most difficult individuals running the place that we've encountered in some time. They were not helpful.
They were definitely not helpful. Yeah, it was a little strange. They were very busy, though, in fairness to them. It was very crowded. So
absolutely. But they were absolutely against us, like claiming multiple tables out back, even though we had people to fill the tables. And it was kind of weird in that sense, because we said, hey, we're going to have probably, by the time all is said and done, we'll have, 15, 20 people, maybe more here, but people will be coming and going. And we were like, would it be okay if we just grabbed, went out back, grabbed a couple, well, we don't have any tables available. Like, okay.
Yeah, it's just no longer acceptable to go anywhere on Disney property if you don't have a reservation, even if you're trying to be spontaneous. So that is actually clear. And then
that word is not part of the Disney vocabulary anymore.
And then also,
you cannot do it.
Food is horrible. So that's all I got to say.
What was horrible?
I thought their food was awful. I thought
food.
the service was awful. I thought, like, of all the places that I've been to and all the Disney parks that I've been to, that is the worst place that I've ever. The drinks were good.
Which
The
one?
drinks were good.
Which one?
Chuck Lindsay's.
Hello, what are we talking about?
That's
I thought we were talking about Chuck Lindsay's, but I swore you said Tiffin's, so I don't know.
No.
I should have played. I don't know what's going on.
No, Tiffin's was awesome.
Around me.
No, Tiffin's is always awesome.
Ends of the spectrum.
the drinks were fine, but I think to Michael's point, yeah, that's, who knows what's going on, but as far as comparative speaking, yeah, it was, the service was
It's
a
sad thing,
little.
and it's sad because the space is actually great.
Yeah, it's a cool spot, no doubt about it.
That's why we chose it to begin with.
I think Carol and I showed up late and missed all that because by the time we got there, you guys had tables out back anyway, and
Yeah, we just
kinda
started.
quiet by then.
I think there was at some point we just kind of went commando and it was like, all right,
I literally just started.
not that.
Whoa.
Hey, keep your mind out of the
Hey,
I don't remember that.
theme park
What is
commando.
that part
family
two?
podcast.
I mean, I know the drinks were flowing, but
Holy
I don't remember
No, it
that.
just got to the point where we just sat down and we're like, well,
We
we're going to
just-
be sitting here ordering food and drinks, so if you don't want to serve us,
Yeah.
We just sort of bullied our way into any any table that opened up. I mean, quite literally, we just were like, go sit there. So
It wasn't even, I don't even think it was bullying. It was just taking the available
Well-
spots. Because there were people like that were walking around the side, like not going through the main and coming in the back and then just going and sitting down. And that's what, and we were trying to do it the right way, like.
right? That's
What's that?
open seating. Open
Yeah,
seating is
That's what I thought it was.
sit down. Like, I don't know.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah, 'cause I remember we were standing out front at one point and, organizing the tables, and the lady comes out and she's like, okay, I got a table for you. And a second later, she walks back and she's like, oh, no, I don't anymore. It's like you had a
Well,
table
literally,
for us,
we're
but now
trying
you
to
don't?
gather the people together. And in the time that the 3 seconds that it took for me to like turn to a few people and say, okay, you can start heading back, it was like, nope, we don't have anything for you.
Yeah, it was just
It's,
Very strange.
yeah. Anyway, but it was nice first
was
gathering
hanging out
to
with
see
everybody.
people we haven't seen, in a while.
it was fine.
Yeah. No, so, I mean, we actually had a better turnout for that than I even thought we would have.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was a nice pre-event. And then we moved on to the next morning, which was, where did we
Friday.
start?
Magic
Then we
Kingdom.
start at
Magic
Carousel.
Kingdom, my man.
Mhm.
Magic Kingdom.
Then we
At
meet
Carousel of
Carousel
Progress.
Carousel of Progress. And
What was that?
again,
10 a.m.
Progress or progress?
Progress.
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 And I
Oh,
promised
progress.
that I would do this, but I'm going to give a shout out to Brian and Jane. who
Okay.
Met us at the Carousel of Progress meet. They're longtime podcast fans from, I want to say it was in New England. It was in New England. Let's just, I
Yeah,
want to say Boston, but I may be
They
wrong.
were so nice.
That they were very nice, and I told them I would give them a shout out on our next podcast. So
Wasn't it Maine?
I'm shouting.
For some reason, I'm
It
thinking
was
Maine.
New
I
England
don't know.
somewhere.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
which
let's just start
he came back home and actually ordered some INTERCOT merchandise, which
We
was
love that guy.
which was very nice. Yeah, no, I mean, it's funny after all these years, just kind of meeting up with folks that have been listening all along the way.
Bud came out on to Chuck
Yeah.
Lindsay's.
My man Bud.
It was fun. And he
Yeah,
came,
it's so funny how it's 25 years. I've been to, I don't know, well north of a dozen meets probably, and I've never met Bud before, but he's a longtime fan, longtime INTERCOT guy, great guy. Had a great time with him.
Yes. All right.
Yeah,
Who's
who's
making the noise? I'm trying to figure out who that is. Is that Justin? Are you doing that?
Oh, was it me? I don't know.
Like
Was
kind
I?
of
I'm
a-
sorry.
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
Yeah,
Darth Vader on the phone?
it's a little bit weird.
Sorry,
So-
I had a fan on. Maybe I just leaned in a little. The fan was hitting. Maybe that's what it was.
That might be.
You have a lot of fans, Justin.
So Carousel of Progress. Yeah, it's a Carousel of Progress.
Boo.
Oh, and the
Uh,
updated final scene in it
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
with the laser discs.
And
Yes,
high def TV,
still nothing has changed audio wise, but
but everything is automated these days.
they got new outfits.
She's not. The teenage girl isn't wearing the ski boots anymore. The old-fashioned ski boots and
Oh,
slouch
right.
socks.
with those like giant socks that she had on that were really
Slouch
popular
socks.
and like that's
What?
right, slouch socks. Yeah.
Oh, the ones that are like the scrunched
Yeah.
together look from the 1980s.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
And a little more than 90s, but yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, exactly. But we had a pretty good turnout for that. So I was surprised again. Like the first thing in the morning, folks were out and about and showing up. So,
We got there before they even turned the air on. So, like the whole
They
reason
never turn the air on.
People, come on.
I mean, that was kind of something that I noticed at least a little bit. And I think, Michael, you even pointed it out that it seemed like attractions were like dialing back the air conditioning a little bit. Like, before where you'd go in and it would be
Wall of cold air. Yeah.
yeah, like icebergs
Not
almost.
anymore.
Yeah.
And it was relatively warm every day we were there. I'd say it was mid to upper 80s every day. So, it was definitely warm. It wasn't, like, okay, we don't need air conditioning. It was actually
No,
warm.
it definitely wasn't that. It's very stuffy in their attractions. They seem to have really cut back on the climate control.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Oh, they cut back on everything: maintenance, climate control, staff.
Even like Pirates of the Caribbean, which is that queue is always freezing. Like
Mhm.
you walk through there, it's always like noticeably like, geez Louise, they have the air pumping. Like
And it was musty, more than usual. It seemed to me.
The pirate
Really?
water musty.
Now
Yeah,
that-
Was extra musty.
as
now
soon as
that
you
I
walk
did
in,
not notice.
to me, it just seemed extra funky.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I can't say I noticed that either. But I mean, then again,
Then again,
I'm
it could
in
also
there
have been
a
the
decent
people that I
amount,
was
so.
around. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe it was the Intercot people that were musty.
Yeah.
true.
Musty or crusty?
Both.
A little bit of both there.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a problem. So,
So what did we do after Carousel of Progress? We kind of all like went our separate ways for a little bit. Some of us went over to Space Mountain. Some went to the TTA.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a fun little breakup of the people and the groups and everything.
yeah, and probably should have brought up the schedule here.
I have it. So 2:00 we went to Buzz Lightyear,
Yes, we did.
and that's where this great picture was taken.
So cute.
That
And-
became the
And this one, me and Justin,
yes, and you got Steve in the
then
background.
Steve and Patty.
Yes, shout out to them.
They're always fun to hang
they're a
out with.
lot of
too.
fun to hang out with. Yes, so
Yeah, I'm trying to find the. Wait, I've got a few here. Yeah, definitely from Buzz Lightyear. There's
nice.
Ian and Jen.
Oh, nice.
Ian, notice Ian
yeah,
already
Ian
had got
playing.
maxed out.
Yeah,
and
he got the top score already.
so he's not even worrying about the gun at that
Crying,
point.
and I think my laser gun was busted. That's my excuse.
And then
Laser focus. Yes.
Laser discs and high def TV.
yeah,
Everyone's
as
Trying
opposed
her
to
darndest to win.
Carolyn and myself in that shot, yeah, definitely were focused on
Nice.
trying to score, unlike Ian.
Ian
Well,
had
you-
already won.
Well,
I'd
you know
never
what-
seen anybody do that before. Like, I didn't know that was possible.
Maxed out.
Max score? Oh
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I was a little annoyed because the other gun didn't work. So, like, I normally would just have gotten it on the second gun too, but I couldn't because it was broken. So I was just kind of.
Oh, excuse us.
I literally
Sorry.
sat. No kidding. By the time we got into the second room, I
kidding.
was done, and I'm like, okay. So I just
Show
drove
off.
for Jen while she fired away, tried to save the universe.
Clearly, I didn't do very well at it.
I can't play Buzz there because I have to be able to. I'm used to the guns that come
Yeah, the
out.
gun that comes out.
Right.
Yeah, the
yeah.
Disney
Oh, you
one.
guys have that? That's right.
In Disneyland, they
I
have
forgot
that,
about that. Yeah, I need that. I think that's much more desirable.
That's what needs to go under refurbishment at Disneyland because it looks like they're all just every single car is bashed.
Busted.
They all need to be repainted. All the guns are like have no paint on them. Plastic is peeled off. It's like Yeah, it's like bumper cars. Like it's horrible.
Wow.
The Disneyland or the Disney World one always looks a little run down too. I think when they build it, maybe they just didn't use like, I don't know, durable like materials because the stickers are always peeling off and the cars are always like, you know, the
Well, I think
paint's
that's
chipped.
also people are like in the queue. People are always like picking at the wall. So like, you know, I mean, I've seen people, you know, not even kids, just adults like peeling at the paint. I'm like,
I know.
what are you doing?
I will say the backdrop behind the cars in the entrance looked like they had paid some TLC to it.
Oh, that one
looked-
did look strangely good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you on that.
One of the walls in Guardians was being picked apart. The metal.
Really? Yeah, I know already, right?
And that ride's not even a year old.
Yeah, there was a huge hole and it had been like ripped open.
Really?
Yeah.
Saw that too. Yeah, like where the wallpaper or whatever they used on it was being peeled back, and yeah,
People are
unbelievable.
jerks.
But yeah, people are jerks. Yeah, exactly. Where do we go from there, Jen?
We got Tortuga time.
Oh, yeah,
Trivia. Oof.
Trivia.
Yeah.
with
I
the
think I
incredibly
got 3
difficult
answers.
trivia.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I was really bad. I
Yeah.
still think it was Larry. Wasn't it Larry was the name of some bird?
Larry the bird. I forgot about that.
That was like literally the hardest trivia.
I came in
Maleficent's
second.
bird was named Larry.
I thought I won, but I came in second.
The bird
you were
was
the one who
named
came in
Larry.
second?
No, that's what
No.
we think he was named Larry. Apparently it wasn't though.
Well, there was what 20 questions plus the bonus question. Yes, I was about to say Heather. She
Heather
pulled out
won.
the win. Yep, Heather and her table, her family, they won. They got 14 out of 20. Well,
Wow.
14 out of 21 if you consider the what was it? What was the color
The
of
Canadian bonus questions.
Yeah.
I got that one
$10
right too.
yes.
Yeah, well,
And I'm ashamed of myself because I have Canadian money from when we went back in April, and I had the money, and I should know these things, but of course I didn't. But yeah, those questions were very difficult. So
Yeah, well, I mean Nancy. That's
Yes.
Nancy. I blame
Yes.
Nancy.
Thank
at
you,
Magical
Nancy.
Journeys. She,
no,
she
but if it
all-
was too
I
easy,
think
then there
we-
would have
we
been too
thank
many
Nancy.
winners.
no,
The great
dude.
effort that she put.
Yes,
into it.
And it was
year
very
after
cool.
year, she creates the toughest questions. I mean,
and it was very cool for them to for Denise to what would the winner get? They got the backpack with like prizes in it, and then
Yeah, but
everyone
everybody got a prize.
Right, everyone got the
Mickey
classic
Mouse ears.
Mickey Mouse ears. Yes,
Mhm.
Yes.
so that was very very cool.
Yeah,
So
I
thank
agree.
you,
I thought that
Denise
was very
and
nice.
Nancy from Magical Journeys.
yes, for
Yes, thank you.
not only sponsoring that, but the site as a whole. Yep,
Yes.
they were. Yeah, it was nice to have them present and Denise as well. And then from there,
We did Dole Whips and Tiki Birds. Although I don't remember getting a Dole Whip. I
no, you know
didn't.
what? Everybody bailed on the Dole Whips, which is
Well, you know, you can't mobile order anymore, which you know that became a thing because the lines were always crazy there. But you used to be able to mobile
And I
order.
don't think
and
they
just
were
go
letting
pick it
you
up.
take food in on Tiki Birds. I thought in the past you could.
No,
that's
Disneyland.
That's
you can.
Disneyland.
Yeah, for some reason in Disney World they don't allow you
I
because
feel
the
like
one
you
in
should be
Disneyland is
allowed.
actually in the courtyard for the
Oh, okay.
waiting area for the queue for Tiki Birds.
Well, it's right next door otherwise, but I
Mhm.
mean, literally connected to it. So, you would just think that they would let you do that, but they don't. So,
Well, we
yeah,
just
I don't
talked
know
about
for
how
some,
everybody picked apart the walls. I don't think I want to trust them with ice cream in our attraction.
Yes, I mean,
That was
this-
something I noticed in Adventureland too. Was like the shopping, like the stores were still shut down.
yeah, but it seemed like a bunch just had not gotten reopened. Yeah.
I
in
didn't
through
even
there.
notice. Wow.
There are still a lot of stores that have not yet reopened. I mean, there's probably, I don't know, in Magic Kingdom, I want to say there's 5 probably because the Little Briar Patch store by Splash Mountain hasn't opened yet. A lot of the Adventureland stores aren't open. I mean, there's quite a few that are still shut down.
Yes,
Yes.
indeed.
They are apparently having, I mean, as is everybody else, significant staffing issues.
Yeah, I mean, as is everybody. I mean, I think that's the understatement of the night.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's hard to get to. I mean, everybody's having that problem. It's not just Disney.
It's true.
True.
From Tiki Birds, we went on to.
Well, I know what
the bar.
JPL, Ian, Carol, and I did. We went and we ate spring rolls at a little. What do we have? Cheeseburger spring rolls
Dude, I
or something
totally
like that.
forgot that I
And
wanted to try those. Were they good?
Cheeseburger
didn't
spring
mind
rolls
them.
and like what was
At
the
the
other
little
one?
cart
Like
thing.
pastrami, I think was the other one I had.
Yeah, weird.
Where was that?
It's
Just
in-
outside
it's-
Adventureland.
It's right outside of Adventureland.
That little cart that's been there forever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Okay.
had spring rolls and Coke, and then Coca-Cola,
I
and
did
then
to be our guest for the first time, and it was totally good.
yeah.
It's totally overpriced, but it was fun.
Yes. it
As
is.
is everything.
Did you have the gray stuff?
Yeah, whatever.
Well, while everyone was getting ready for the soiree,
Yeah,
the
whatever.
monorail soiree, we went over to Steakhouse 71 to have a lovely dinner. So it was myself, Dawn, the Starks, and Jason, and Figment,
That
and
feels too.
yeah, it was very, very good. Again, overpriced, but you know what else is there?
Really?
Now, see, I did not
I
think
didn't think-
Steakhouse 71
neither did
was
I.
overpriced.
Really? I
didn't
thought it
think
was. I don't know.
overpriced at all.
I
No.
guess maybe I don't know. Yeah, I just thought everything that whole weekend was just overpriced and everything. So maybe
Well,
I'm just
yeah, we
lumping
can talk
everything
about
in.
that.
Well,
That's
that's
for
the
sure.
German meal. But
I
Oh,
think
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
I still have heartburn from that meal.
I'm very glad I didn't go there because every time I go there, I want to love it, and then it just gives me heartburn and
Yeah.
Yep, that's
bodily pain.
That's about
same
right.
here. Body-
Yeah.
But I'm actually
The
did,
Wiener Schnitzel.
they did reopen the Swedish one, or next time I'll try that one.
the
Swedish.
Swedish one.
There's
Swedish.
There's a buffet.
Oh,
of-
Ackershoes.
Oh, Akershoes.
Ackershoes.
That's
Swedish or
Norwegian.
Norwegian.
whatever
Swedish.
Norwegian.
No, we may have
It's the one
we may
by
have
Frozen.
listeners who are Norwegian. You can't. They're not the same thing.
I'm not saying they're the same thing. I'm saying the restaurant is.
The same thing.
It's right by
Uh,
Frozen. That's all I know. And it
Yeah.
opened last week, and people around all in the land cheered. But I didn't even know it was never there.
Tear rolled down their face.
Yeah,
It's
but
it's a very
Character
interesting,
dining, isn't it?
It is character dining. It's also
like
a very
princesses.
interesting. It's very Norwegian. Like there's a lot of fish and things.
Never eaten in there.
Hello.
Oh,
And there's Carolyn.
Yes, check it.
Hello.
I
You're
drove
late,
as fast
Missy.
as I could.
Her dog sled could only get up to 5 kilometers
Yeah,
an
the
hour.
dog sled. Mush.
You got to hire
Mush.
some new dogs there.
I know.
It was the detour around the polar bear that was the problem.
Hmm.
Jeez. What were we up to? We were.
So
We were
after
just
we
about up
all
to
had
the soiree.
dinner,
Oh, Steakhouse 71 was where we were. Yeah,
Right,
with
yeah.
and then we
Justin.
all yes, the
Who
said it
17
was
Lagoon
overpriced?
Something of what
soiree.
Steakhouse 55 used to be at Disneyland. It's like they took the idea and then like cheaped it out and didn't put any art on the walls. And they were like, "Hi, we're going to call this Steakhouse 71." No,
Oh, they have some cool actual art on the hallways going in and stuff.
The
like
the
that.
hallway, right?
there's
right.
Yeah.
not a single piece of art in the actual dining room.
Really?
No, there
That's,
isn't.
that's interesting because they've got some really cool stuff that's actually in the entrance and then in
Yeah.
the little lobby areas. But yeah, you may be right. I'll have to check that out next time.
But the food was good. So there we go.
And from there, it was
The
Soiree time.
soiree. So that
Right.
was drinking
Drinks
around the
time.
lagoon.
which there's
Also known as the monorail crawl.
nothing wrong with that.
It was a lot.
It
It was
was
busy at Trader Sam's. So we had to sit
Yes, it
over
was.
at the Captain
Captain.
Cook's.
Yeah.
Captain Hooks or
Yeah, there was no
Captain Crooks or
It was that was the theme of INTERCOT 25. Sorry, there's no tables.
right, exactly. But you can sit over here. But you know what? Quite frankly, where it's kind of outdoor, walk up, get your drink kind of thing going on anyway. I don't think it
No,
Put
it
much-
didn't matter.
put much rain on the parade there.
I mean,
Yeah.
Trader Sam's is always that way. Like you can
Right.
never get in there.
We
Well,
didn't
they
expect to get
often
in.
new tables, considering it's like one of them outside for considering it's such a popular place.
Mm.
They don't have very many tables. Like I think
No.
they're definitely not taking advantage of the popularity of that place.
Well, part of the reason I think it's so popular
Wait,
is 'cause
where's
it's so small, though. You know,
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
it's like really, it's a very kind of exclusive experience when you get in there because it's literally you and like maybe 30 other people.
Really, or they could just move that fake bush that they had between the section that we were in and the section that.
And just expand it all out at nighttime. Yeah, I think that probably would be a beter idea.
Consulting.
Yeah, but we had a couple of tables that we were together, and we have about 4 tables that were kind of like in a
Yeah, we were all pretty close together.
Yeah, it was all pretty good there. So
no complaints.
I liked it. I mean, whatever, some shrimpy Asian noodle salad from whatever that takeaway place was, that was awesome, and also a Dole Whip. So it was like the perfect place to eat and drink.
Yeah, I got something there, and I can't remember what it was. It was so good. I have no idea. I did eat something. I remember, but I'm not sure what. And I did buy a tiki mug too for Andrew to go in my son Andrew to go in his tiki bar.
Justin bought it, Justin, you bought a tiki mug too, didn't
you? Let's skip that. It was when we were at Jock Lindsay's. The drink that I got was the Shrunken Monkey,
right?
Or something like that.
Right. So you got the Shrunken Monkey mug.
Yeah.
Right.
I got it. Let's just leave it at that.
Right. Moving on.
Yes, exactly.
Then we went to Grand Floridian, and I forget the name of the place.
Very
overpriced drinks.
Enchanted Rose, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Enchanted Rose.
Actually, I enjoyed whatever the house wine was, the red.
That just sounds pretentious.
The Enchanted Rose.
Yes.
Yeah, I did a little bit, but it was nice.
I didn't go.
Nice.
Yeah, we didn't make it over there to that stop.
That's true. Evening. We'd pared down by the time we had worked our way that far around.
I think next time we have to start the other way because
that's true because we end up. Yeah.
Because last time we didn't make it when it was Meisner's. We didn't make it to Meisner's either. So.
And then by the time you're leaving Polynesian, everyone's like, "I'm going home. I'm going to bed."
I think it's because we're all 10 years older than we were 10 years ago.
Yeah, we had a couple examples of that throughout the weekend, didn't we?
Yeah, we're old.
Yeah, like the last night. It was like
last night.
We're all too old.
Yeah, we were gonna go to Jelly Rolls for late night and have one beverage, and everybody's like, "Yeah, I don't know."
I didn't even pretend like
tired.
It happened.
I know.
We need to just start putting things during the day. Like, let's go drink. Let's have
early,
dinner at 4
really, is it
o'clock.
going to be like the buffet? We're going to do the early bird special.
Yes, the early bird. Yes.
4 o'clock.
Bed by 7.
4 o'clock dinner. No, you know what? I mean, there is some truth to that. It's like I don't mind staying out late, but I mean, by the time we had gone through 4 days of the pre plus all the other events, it was like, oh my gosh.
No, I was exhausted.
On the last night, forget it.
The staying out late wasn't necessarily, it's just like when you start at, 7 in the morning or whatever time we were all getting up, then it becomes just kind of a long day. So.
Well, ladies need nap time in the afternoon. I'm just saying.
And then we all made the executive decision for the next day that our official start was 9:30. Whoever
we're like
came up with that, like, let's move that to 10:30.
Well, we had talked about that on the podcast even prior to going, so we just had never gotten around to changing it. So, and I think that's just the way it is. I mean, not too early in the morning, not too late at night, just right. I mean, and that's the way it's going to have to be moving forward. Right. And I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it.
So Bud says hit the happy hours. So we need to.
Yeah. Right.
Start a little earlier.
Bud has the right idea. That's it. Hit the happy hour. So sorry, Bud. I should have showed your comment there. There you go. And thank you for attending, Bud. So we, from there, then, okay, so we're into the next day then.
Then we went to
Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom, and we did the Yeti.
And it's still down.
Who's down? Yeah.
Still down.
Still down.
Absolutely still down. Wait, I think I might somewhere.
Oh no.
The picture, Carolyn.
I thought I had pictures.
Ice
in my
face.
I'm
just saying there's one in the chat if you need it. I know I put it in the chat.
Really? I don't have that one, but I do have this one. which was a pretty good one. Which that was JPL, Bud, who was there, Nikki, and myself. I don't think I have anybody else's picture from Everest, though.
Oh, well, I'll get it to you.
I'll get it to
the
you.
world needs to see.
Wait, Carolyn, hold on. Put that back up.
Hold on, I'm sending it to you right now.
No, I'm going to solo you right now. So go
Oh
ahead,
my
put it
God.
up. Go ahead, put it up.
Hold on.
I'm
Oh,
like
yeah,
screaming
it's that.
scary, and Carolyn's
It's the-
like, uh-huh.
It's the rock star. I'm cool.
No,
I'm
the
cool.
reason I did that.
I'm cool, man.
So we have this thing in our family where we try and like look right into the camera as you go by on any ride. So like my son and daughter are really good at it, that they can totally find the camera no matter what ride it is
Right.
and look right into it. So I was trying to find the camera and I don't think I realized like it was where it was. So I wasn't like going like, I was more like, where is it? Is it over there? And then I saw a flash and then I was like, oh, I guess that was the picture.
There it is.
But I look like I'm like really angry about it, but
That's like the Lost Canadian version.
Jen's all like, ah! I'm like, where's the camera?
You
Sure.
look that angry, though, Carolyn?
Oh my god.
Wait,
You
hold
look as
on.
angry as that?
No.
But
I
the
don't know what you're
funniest-
talking about. You
I
mean
think
this
I
guy?
think the live picture is better. Wait, hold on.
Yes.
Yes, that one.
yes.
You just that is like such the best.
That was the best. Because it's
John.
John does not look like that normally. And it was just
That's what, and I was so stupid. I actually pointed it out like to everyone.
because none of
I
us
was like,
know
I don't
him.
even
You're
look
"We
like that. What
like
the heck do
this."
I look like in that picture?
And we had a lot of fun with that picture on the weekend.
Yeah, my side view just kept showing up in pictures.
But the funniest part about the Carolyn picture is not so much your face, your hands. Just the way you're just
What was I
hands,
doing with my hands?
just the way they're just sitting there. It's just like you're not holding on, you're not wooing.
Oh no,
you're
I
just-
am. You know what I'm doing? If you look closely, I'm holding on to my purse. That's
Oh,
around
okay.
my knees.
Oh, okay. It just looked the way your hands were.
Yeah,
It's
you're
just
just
like
like,
you're just
Yeah,
like
no, I'm
stiff
holding the
armed.
straps of my purse so my purse wouldn't go flying around. But yeah, I do look like I'm just like sitting there like this.
Just
is
like
boring.
stiff armed out. You know,
Yeah, you
it's
got
just-
like a tough girl look on your face, like
This is
Uh,
boring.
mobster, gangster.
Really, it's just a resting
B face.
BF.
Boyfriend, a resting boyfriend.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like it.
Such
So
fun.
that was fun, and then
We did Tough to Be a Bug.
we did Tough to Be a Bug.
You all
Forgot
did.
about that.
You did it while I went back and had to get ready for the thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big thing.
And then
Thing?
we
The
had
first thing
we
or the
all
second
went
thing?
and had lunch at
The big thing.
the Flame Tree Grill.
I love the Flame Tree.
Yeah, we
Grill.
did. Quentin and I ditched all that because it was too hot. We went.
Yeah,
it
we
was-
actually.
Honestly, I don't remember it being hot. Like, yes,
We-
it was hot, but I don't remember it being like I'm
during
gonna
Everest,
die.
we had a lunch at Tiffin's, and then after that, we walked out, and I was just like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, we went over to Pandora. And
I know that's right.
Flight
We
of
rode
Passage.
the 2 rides in Pandora, and then after that, we voted. Let's just pretend like it's time to go take a 2:00 old lady nap until.
Nice.
Yeah, we actually ate over at the what was it, Solo Canteen? I can never Soli Canteen, whatever it is.
Patchouli.
So, oh, is that what it is? I don't even know. Anyway, so we went there. They had those cheeseburger pods, which
Were they good?
Oh, I love those.
Oh,
yeah.
love those things.
They're not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, love them. So yeah, we got that, and then rode Pandora, Flight of Passage, and then we went back to the hotel to change and get ready for the big, amazing, colossal event.
Well, you skipped a celebration of the Lion King,
Oh,
Festival
yeah.
of the Lion King.
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh
go
yeah,
to The
we
Lion
skipped
King.
that. Yeah.
I haven't seen that show in years.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Our
I
Flight
love
of Passage ran a
loved
little
it.
I
late.
love
so-
it. It's even like though it's 8 minutes shorter, but you know what? It's 8 minutes and nobody noticed, so it's fine.
It was 8 minutes shorter.
I
They,
was
they shortened it.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
got short.
I wasn't.
I
aware.
was fascinated because we were kind of sitting beside Simba was beside us. And
Simba.
I've always thought like, oh, those must be like animatronics or puppets or something. But no, there's a guy
Really?
inside the front. Yeah. I was watching it. So the front paws of Simba are actually the guy's legs. Because he was like stepping like side to side, like dancing to the music.
They must be like on a chair inside of it or something.
Well, no, it would be tall
Right
enough
on
that a
the
person
float?
could stand in it, and then his hands would do like the mouth and like looking around and stuff.
Oh, weird.
Really?
But I was worried because
Way to
as
ruin
he
the
was like
mountain, Carolyn.
stepping side to side dancing, his foot kept coming like closer and closer to the edge of the rock, and I was sitting there watching. Like, I wonder if his foot slips off, like if it comes apart, like if he goes down and the back end of Simba is still sitting on the rock. I don't know. I think of dark things like that. But anyway, that was kind of neat to see.
And the monkeys on the trampoline.
Oh,
I always
they're all
worry
good.
about stuff like that.
The full show again.
Yeah.
Plus,
But
the
that
guys
was
in
fun.
the boat are still hot. That's all I care about.
Gets you out of the sun.
That's right.
So then we all packed into Carolyn's rental car.
Yeah,
with
there was
the
5 of
flapping
us.
license plate that sounds like there's somebody hiding in the trunk, but it was just the license plate.
Oh, is that
wrapped
what?
around.
We
that's
thought
what
there
the
was like
deal
a
is?
toolbox in the trunk when
Yeah.
we first got the car, and we're like, "What the hell is?"
I thought they
is
had
the
somebody.
bumper
I thought
falling
they
off?
had a prisoner back there.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it was like
But it
they
was
used,
just
like
the license plate had too long of screws that wouldn't go in any further, so the license plate would go like this as you were driving down the highway.
and then we couldn't figure out how to open the trunk on it either. We had
Yeah,
to
it
watch
was a
a
weird-
YouTube
it
video.
was a
It was
weird
a
car.
strange car.
But anyway, so everybody crammed into my car that we could fit, and we drove over to Disney Springs,
Right.
where there was a wonderful VIP event with velvet ropes.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, look at those two goons! Look at that.
Right.
It was fun. It was really fun.
And we
No,
gave
it was-
out drink tickets and raffle tickets.
Yeah, we had honestly the venue Stargazers Lounge at Planet Hollywood was fantastic. Honestly,
The only downside was
yeah,
they didn't have bathrooms for the event space.
Yeah, that
Right.
was weird.
I literally could not believe that they rent out event space with no bathrooms.
yeah, you had to walk out
Yeah.
and
And it
around the
It
corner.
wasn't really that close either.
No,
No.
it was
You had to go
for
over
public
to the
bathrooms for
Coke
Disney
store.
Yeah, you
Springs.
had to walk out and go around the Planet Hollywood and halfway down towards the stores there. And it's all-
Right.
Yeah,
If
the
you
bathroom-
lived there, you'd be like, "Oh, well, let's have an event in my backyard," but to use the bathroom, you have to get over to Disney Springs. Like,
Yeah, we found that a little bit odd because you could go inside to do that, but you had to go out to there's no way to get into Planet Hollywood from where that venue is. So you have to go out and then you'd have to go in through the front door. And then there is a bathroom, but it's like just a small single bathroom or something. Then you'd have to go upstairs in order to get to the bigger one. So then, yeah, the other answer was to use the Disney Springs facilities, which were then around the corner. So yeah, other than
And-
that,
But the cool
During
thing was how
the-
they set up the. Do you have the picture of the VIP poster? That was very nice that they set that up.
I do. Hold on.
During that event too is when Ian gets very serious.
Oh, there we go.
yeah,
yes.
it was really cute.
Yeah.
Very
So,
serious about the baseballs on the TV.
oh well, because the Phillies were playing, but
So,
yeah, no, it
was a
was
lot of-
great.
Ooh!
I mean, to be clear, it was the NLDS clinching game. So I mean, it wasn't like an insignificant, baseball game.
No, that's true.
Yep.
These two guys were very serious too about the game.
Oh, Patrick and Bobby.
They were
Yeah.
pretty
Oh,
glued
yeah.
to it.
Patrick, formerly of the Official Ticket Center.
Oh, and look
Yeah.
at all the
The
loot.
swag, yeah.
Yeah, mega swag.
Yeah, so we were not, to want for loot. Yeah, there was
You
plenty
cleaned out
of.
the prize closet.
I did. Well, I'm not cleaned out because there's still a lot more.
Still lots
That was
to go.
literally, I think, as I told somebody, it was from one event. All the swag that's from the bags over to the right was all from one press event.
Which
Wow.
So-
I am so jealous, and his name has slipped my mind now, but
The guy that won
gentleman that won
the Guardians of the Galaxy
Guardians
thing.
of the Galaxy
Oh.
was set Bluetooth
Everybody
speaker.
wanted that.
Oh, I wanted that.
Oh, that had the there
It
was
was like
a
this Bluetooth speaker.
battery. Yeah, there was
Yes.
a
That looked
charging
like
battery.
a cassette.
The Bluetooth speaker that looked like a cassette. Yeah. And the one thing I did
That's
withhold
cool.
from that prize pack was the baseball hat. I still have the trucker, the Guardians of the Galaxy trucker hat. 'Cause
Nice.
I actually would wear that. But yeah, so had a ton of stuff, including like a $80 or $90 Kyber crystal for lightsabers.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That was pretty
C-3PO
hot.
hand.
Yep, and the protocol droid hand, and yeah, a bunch of stuff. Yeah, so it was nice to see folks excited about that. Plus, some Intercot swag and hats and pins and all that kind of stuff. So
Good.
Oh, and by the way, there's a nice message here, Michael, from Amanda. She says Quentin stood in front of the TV, blocking our view of the final pitch of the game.
I didn't know that.
I mean, and in
Oh,
fairness,
no.
Amanda had her dad with her, who was like, a lifelong Philadelphia guy, and I'm sure he really would have liked to have been able to see
Seen that moment.
Too bad.
Her dad
Yeah,
was
it's every right. to
her
do
dad
whatever he
was
wants.
great
There
for
he
me.
is.
He was like a great taste of home. He was really cool guy.
So I think the one thing I said with my biggest regret actually of the whole weekend was we didn't get a group picture of this, where we had actually the most
I got
people
little groups.
of any event,
Oh, I forgot about that.
and we didn't get a group picture. We had almost
The
50
closest we
I
people.
know
came
I
was
joined this
the
podcast late today, but Ian, did we mention
I
on
did.
the first day Brian and Jane
yes,
from
I
Massachusetts?
mentioned Brian.
Yes.
And Jane, yeah. I made sure to.
Speaking of names,
That's the Yaglenski crew.
oh,
We got
Papa
the
Yag.
smaller group picture at Gary's column. We did.
Yeah, we did, but this was like nearly 50 folks, and we just didn't. We got like individual pictures of people.
People
But-
are
that's a
fun
nice
to be organized.
Thank you very much.
Bob,
And there's Bobby and Patrick.
Patrick. Yeah.
Yep, and
Marcy.
Gail,
That's
Marcy,
Gail
and
and
Gail's
Marcy
husband.
and Gail's husband. Yeah.
Yep,
Oh,
No,
Denise.
that's
I like that
Denise
picture.
and yeah.
Denise and John.
Great. Yeah.
See, they have name tags on, so it helps. So you can.
I know
do-
Denise.
Magical Journey.
John's
There's
name is
Heather. Is that
There's
Jason?
Heather. That's
Yep.
Jason.
Figment.
In the back. That's Dawn.
Dawn.
and
Dawn.
Dawn.
Hi, Marcy.
Another.
Dawn's my-
and there's-
Disney and Michael.
There's
All the
see.
gang in the
Yeah.
back there.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. A little
And that's
what?
Nikki
Patty and
and
Nikki, Patty, Steve.
yeah.
It's so stupid that we went around.
This is
like,
great for
taking
people listening, by the way.
pictures And
Okay.
nobody thought, hey, let's all get against this wall.
I know. I mean, seriously, we
I
had like
went around
three,
and took
We
the
literally
little
couldn't have taken
groups.
any more individual pictures.
we like had 3 complete bays.
Well,
of
there's
the
a
thing.
there's a land boat.
Yeah, that was
full
a
of
good shot, by the way.
That's the
That's
next
totally
day.
funny.
I
Very
couldn't.
nice.
My arm wasn't long enough.
So
Very
Ian
nice.
had to
take
grab
it.
the phone.
Nicely done, Ian.
Yeah, it's slightly longer arms than.
So yeah, so good, really nice event. Honestly, everybody walked away with stuff,
Mhm.
which is a good thing. Always a good thing.
Yeah.
Had a great time, and again, thanks to Magical Journeys for helping sponsor that, and thanks to the Canadians for bringing Canadian pins, which I'm not sure if I have to look to see if we actually gave them all away, because I still
I
have.
kind
I
of
have mine.
sporadically put them in bags, so some people would get them. It was like a surprise.
Because
Yeah, I don't think I got one. Can
And
I
every
get
hotel that not every park I went into, they were in my purse. I kept setting off the security.
Oh,
and
did
they,
you?
they thought they
Big
were
mass.
like
It
bullets.
probably
or
looked like
something, I don't know.
ammunition.
Oh my goodness.
Also, at
Yes.
that event,
Mhm.
everybody grabbed Ian's phone and set themselves up as friends so that Trish could.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I forgot
yeah.
about that. Yeah, you're right.
So
Ian's wife Trish, she set us up the next morning because we were at Epcot and we had a whole bunch of people who've never been on the Guardians ride.
450 party of 450, please.
We had like a whole train car, right?
We
Yeah.
did.
We
Yeah,
had
minus 1. I think we had
19 or
minus
something?
2. I guess.
yeah, we literally had almost a whole train car. Less. Where is it? Here we go. The
I
front
didn't even know they had
car.
pictures on it.
Yeah, the front car where I've got a guy that works for Blue Origin and Jeff Bezos in the space program over there who rode
Wow.
with me.
What is that?
So other than that, we had a
Stacey's hair.
full. Yeah, I know. Do you see Stacey's hair?
Looks like she has a mohawk.
It gets better.
Oh,
Wait,
it's
hold on.
whipping
Look at
around.
this one.
Oh yeah, that's great.
So there's Patty,
Patty. Oh,
and
yeah.
then
I
Bonnie.
literally
That
thought her
Bonnie?
head was cut
That's
off.
Bonnie.
Bonnie,
Yeah,
yeah.
with her hair completely covering her face at that point. Yeah, it's
That was
Yeah,
the
such
best
a great
ride.
ride.
I've ever
Yes.
Jen and I were literally
done.
in the very, very back.
I don't even
The
remember
last-
what happened on the ride. It was like so wild, and then it's like I don't know the
It was a
storyline of the ride. I just
I've been
somehow
on
we
it like
saved the
8 times,
world.
and I still don't know the storyline because I'm just going ah.
I will say my wife went on that ride for the first time, and I was a little worried, and she said it was awesome. Like
Well,
she
we had-
completely loved it, and
we had-
I was worried about that.
18
It's just there's
people,
no
and
time
of
to
the
even get
18,
sick
Yep.
because so
Yeah.
much is happening. Like you can't. There's no time to be motion sick because there's actually so much to look at. You can't focus on like one little spot that makes so your stomach gets all weird. Like it was just amazing. It was.
Well, that being said, Alice, my brother Matt's wife, kind of got sick. and
Oh
she's
right.
like-
Oh, wow.
She's like, I don't ever want to go on
Funny
that
enough,
again.
Aw.
So
I'm just looking through my photo pass. There isn't a thing at the end of the ride that you have to tap to get your picture, is there?
no,
No.
they're
No, it's
supposed
in the
to.
queue.
Yeah, then it never showed up for me.
It's in the queue.
They're
There's one of
supposed to
those-
just show up.
No, that you have to scan the QR code in the queue.
Oh, that's.
Well, they have that all over.
I
saying,
got
like, you
ours
set
without doing
yourself
a
up.
thing. So
But I'm automatically set up. I get
I
all
thought.
the pictures automatically. But
I don't know.
not-
It very
sometimes
rarely
it just
works.
doesn't pick us up.
That
Yeah.
ride made me
Wow.
excited for everyone to experience Tron. That's what I got to say about that.
Yeah,
Yep.
I cannot
Yeah.
wait for that.
Can't wait.
yeah, but it was
I'll
cool
try and
having
get into pass
having
holder
a whole
too.
train
Look at
going.
Carolyn's smile in the background. There.
Where
Just the way she's
Oh,
like
my
sticking
sticky
her
leg.
head up.
where is she? Oh yeah, right,
Yeah.
A little
Right.
like that from that movie.
right there.
The smile
Oh,
movie.
The
That's
smile.
funny.
Nothing creepy there, and then I'm there with my.
Why
I
am
think I
not
had my hand up.
seeing-
Yeah,
Who
there
took
we
the
go.
picture?
Quentin had his phone out, and then I don't know who took it. At
Who
the
took it?
Oh, was it Ian? I feel like that's Ian's picture.
yeah, because
Oh, this is me. I took this picture.
Oh, okay.
all right.
I'm like,
That's why I'm not in it.
And there's Alice before she got sick.
Aw.
Aw.
So
Sorry, Alice.
sorry,
But yeah,
but
we had gotten our boarding group earlier than you guys because we did it on our own. So
Because you only had 2 and we had 19.
yeah,
unheard
actually I had
of.
3 because it was
Unheard of.
Jason, Dawn, and myself. So yeah, we did it about an hour before you guys. So yeah, an amazing ride. I mean, just it's someone described it like when I was going on to it. You know, what is it like? And they're like Space Mountain, but completely smoother and different.
My
And
my
it
dad
kind
said
of-
next generation Space Mountain.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
and
had
my dad,
moments
who
where I
is
thought-
82, I think,
Right.
loved it.
He had a big
Aw, that's
smile on his
so-
face when we got on.
so
yeah.
smooth
Yeah.
and just the way the car is spinning everything, it was just it's such a great ride. I mean,
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
And John needs to buy the jacket. You were looking at the
Oh,
Yeah, but they didn't have
they
it.
didn't have it in
Star-Lord
my
jacket.
size. Not in my size. Yeah, the Star-Lord jacket, which I have a picture of me. It looks okay open, but it wouldn't be good closed and zipped up. So
Sorry, Carolyn just sent a picture to the group.
Oh, just because
Very-
I'm going through my Disney Photo Pass photos, I found one from an old trip where my entire family is stone faced at the camera.
Yes, that is
Hold
The whole
on, Jen.
family
Hold
is
on. Let me-
ice.
That's
That's good.
cold as Canadians, ice.
I like that.
I like Owen's giving Dad a hug though on the way down.
This is a
Nice.
very visual podcast.
What was that,
Yes,
Splash
yeah.
Mountain?
So,
the
sorry to everyone listening.
Sorry.
Sorry, so sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Well, I'm glad that lots of people liked Guardians. It's very good. And so
Yes.
I'm glad that everybody enjoyed that.
And so what did we do after that?
Well, actually, we didn't even start. Our first thing that day was soaring, or was
Yeah,
supposed to be soaring.
which we
which we did. That's when we did that group picture
land,
on
right.
the land.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
Soren was too long.
the line was too long. Yeah, we kind of had to take charge there. And sort
And then we had lunch.
Oh yeah, overpriced lunch.
Oh,
In
Although
God.
Carolyn
Germany.
paid for my lunch. Thank you
Germany.
for that.
Yes, because Jennifer became the German citizen of the day
She
Yes.
did, yeah.
because
It was
her
her
birthday was
birthday.
coming up.
You know what I remember about that lunch the most? For like 3 hours afterwards, I was dying of thirst because it was
Burping?
So
salty.
Indigestion.
Oh, it was so.
The
I
50
was like,
plus dollars you spent on it.
we were in line for something, and I was like, I got to get out of line and get a bottle of water. Like I'm like dying here.
Dude,
I'm
I'm
afraid I
so
was going
glad
to stroke
I
out.
ditched and went and had pizza in Italy because, that place. Damn.
Yeah, good stuff there.
It was literally $50.
I know.
That is a lot.
American, $50 American dollars.
Yeah, I know.
People.
That would feed my whole family up here.
You could
It's,
go,
the buffet is problematic, right? Like, they really charge
And
it.
they didn't even have the little Oom-Papa band going.
Yeah, they usually do. I don't know why they didn't. I think it might have
if you
been because
notice-
we just got there.
There was times, and I think the first showing was like 1:30.
Yeah,
think
that's
we were
what I think we
12
missed
or
it.
15, 12, 15,
If
something like
I'm
that. so-
paying $50,
right, that should have been included in the entrance. That's
Yeah.
kind of crazy. Because people do go there for bad German food and the Oompa band. So
Yeah.
but we also went on the Mexico ride. We all got in there.
Mexico Small
Thanks
World.
to Marcy, she helped us get sort of scooch by the line.
That's right, she did. Yeah,
Or was it Amanda's dad?
Yes, and
it was
Amanda's
both
dad.
actually. I think. Yeah.
Yep. So we got through that. We had lunch because we couldn't, or not lunch. Was it dinner-ish?
Dinner.
Yeah, because we couldn't go to the American Adventure because it was being refurbished. So we had the Regal
Sorry,
Eagle.
folks. American Adventure's closed.
So yeah, we have like chicken.
How was
fingers
that
or something.
barbecue?
I don't mind it.
It was all right.
The one
Yeah, it
thing
was okay.
I'm going to complain a little
Okay.
bit.
Ooh.
I'm going to crank on this a little bit. They removed the sampler platter where you used to be able to get, the 3 different meats, which I did a John Tries on, and you now cannot do that anymore. You just have to pick your meat, and that's
That's
it.
a weird thing to do away with at a barbecue restaurant because that's like literally the thing everyone gets at every barbecue restaurant in the entire world.
Pretty much a staple. Yeah, it was just the meats with like a slice of cornbread and some pickles, and that was essentially what you would get, and it was good. And actually, I like that because I'm didn't feel like the sandwich and eating all the extra bread and stuff like that. So
That's also where I learned from you guys what about soft ice,
chewy ice.
chewy ice.
Chewy ice.
Not-
they did. They had chewy
it's
ice
not
there.
rubber. It's
No.
because they put air bubbles into the ice, so then you can crunch it easier.
Yes.
It's a
I didn't know about
softer.
this.
It's completely a softer ice. Yeah. So if you're ever in the Carolinas and you see a Parker's is one of the convenience store chains here that's actually has really good chicken and a few other things. But
Like a Wawa.
it kind of along those, sort of, nicer, not the old school convenience stores. But yeah, they have chewy ice. They actually advertise.
So is
Like
it
you
like
can get
soda
bags
water?
of it.
I mean, Chick-fil-A has it too, so you could just go there.
Are they the little ice that look like rabbit poop?
The little pellets, yeah.
The tubes of ice.
But is it
Or
like
they can
made
be,
out of
they can
soda
actually
water?
be bigger too, but yeah, same idea. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
sometimes
sort of-
they have the ones that are like longer that are like tubes.
it
too.
doesn't crunch, it chews.
It
Like
doesn't
so
crumble,
you don't get like a
Yeah, it crumbles. Yeah,
It just sort of
which I've probably had it a million times, but I never thought to think like this is a different ice.
It's a thing.
It's like
it is a thing.
just think-
sailor ice.
0 Celsius water is ice.
Yeah, you can actually get a chewy ice home maker. Jennifer says they call it hospital
Oh yeah,
ice.
yes they would. Yeah, because like
No, that sort of makes sense, I guess.
I
yeah,
gotta
right?
crunch on some ice at the hospital. That's true.
That's funny.
Right.
But you can buy the GE Opal ice maker on Amazon. It's about $500. It's a countertop.
Is it like a
chewy
appliance
ice
you put
maker.
on your counter?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh.
Yep. And it makes chewy ice.
Oh.
So if
Wow.
anyone
We
wants
could
to
all
just,
go in
get
on it.
one,
We
yeah.
could all go in
Just
on
share
it,
it?
and you get it like we'll FedEx it to each other for 2 months of the year.
Very nice.
It's
Very
an
nice.
idea, Yeah. So
And
what month
that's
is yours?
I learned about chewy ice, and then I also learned. Did anybody else out there in listening land know
Listening.
that the bathrooms at the Regal Eagle? Let me tell you a little story.
Okay, I know where they are. They're way in the back.
It's
children.
actually a
Put your feet
similar. It's actually
We're
a
gonna
similar
have a little
story
talk.
to the.
Okay, we're gonna have a
So-
talk.
So
Here we
you
go.
know how? Okay, pretend you're standing out in like the main walkway,
Wait,
looking
hold on. I
at
feel like
the
we need to do
American
this. Here
Pavilion.
we
Full
go.
screen.
Let's
Yes.
see.
Okay.
We're going full screen. We're dreaming in
Wider!
we're wider.
We're dreaming in full
widescreen.
screen.
All
Okay.
right.
You know how when you're looking at the American Adventure and then the left side is the Regal Eagle restaurant and there's like a
Correct.
patio with some umbrellas.
Mhm.
And back in the day, for as long as I can remember, if you had to go to the bathroom, you go around the left side of the building, down a long hallway.
Long hallway, right?
And kind of just like a covered outdoor hallway. And then there was like a
Trellis.
men's room, a
Mhm.
women's room, and a companion washroom back there.
Okay.
So I go out of out the side door of the Regal Eagle, and I go marching down, go into the bathroom, and there's no bathrooms.
Wait,
Where
what?
did they go? And so I'm standing there like, like doing
Wait,
this, like looking back
really?
and forth. And this lady comes down with her kid, and she's standing there, and then she starts, and we're both looking at each other, and she's like, "There used to be bathrooms here, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, there totally was." And she's like, "Well, where did they go?" They've turned them all into just single companion bathrooms. So like open the door and it's not a bunch of stalls for the ladies, it's just one toilet, one sink. And so so now me and the lady, and now a third lady has come down the way, and we're all like, "Yeah, I can't believe, where did they all go? What the heck?" So the one door opens up because they were all like, there's like the little red
Right, the
slider thing
slot.
that says it's locked or whatever. So the door opens, and because I was the first one there, so I get to go in. I go in, and the man that came out of there didn't flush.
Oh,
So
Dewey.
Probably the same guy that picks the paint off the wall. I suppose later.
Had to
Let's
do
not-
it.
anyways,
Had
a
needless to
floater?
say, it was just a squat and go situation. It was not a full
Uh,
sitting on the throne.
She had to run and gun.
Yeah. Anyways, so if you're looking for a bathroom, there's like 3 lovely companion washrooms down there, but like
Well, the
There
full
used to be
bathroom.
full
I can't-
bathrooms.
Yeah, there
though.
did, but the
Full
full
bathrooms.
bathrooms now are all the way around the other side. It's been
Really?
that
so
way
it's
for
now
like
at the
a year
right
at
side.
least.
Hmm.
If you're facing the building, it's on the right side. Yeah.
Well, they did remodel all that at some point. I remember.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
when
did.
they turned it into the Regal Eagle, they remodeled.
Turned it
all.
into part of the
I feel
kitchen.
like that
apparently.
is like
Because didn't they
a
also have
big
like
renovation job that like, well, we're still going to need bathrooms. Why are you taking out bathrooms?
didn't they also have like portable bathrooms? It was like a trailer almost that was up like stairs back there also.
No,
I
if
don't
you
remember
keep
that.
going down that hallway,
Experience, and
it
then
I thought
ends
it was
up
like
like
to
at
the
like a
l-
little gate, and it's
Right.
cast member only.
But I think there used to be bathrooms there as well. It was maybe it was only for a short time.
I
kinda
sort of
walking
remember
there.
that, Justin. I don't know why.
Yeah, it was kind of like it was almost like you go up a couple of stairs and it was like trailer. I don't know.
John, is that real, or did you hit a sound effect?
What is going on right now?
It's a sound effect.
That's the guy that. That's the guy that was in
You
the
made
bathroom
that
before
sound.
Karen.
That was the guy.
I went,
Sorry.
Sorry, I
Wait a
forgot I had my little board of sound.
So we had a
flush
floater
the toilet
of
and
a
on
barbecue place. Mm,
Yeah, right.
The barbecue floater.
yeah.
I
No
did
privacy at
like,
all in this place.
use the foot on the flusher.
Flusher.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing too. It didn't have the automatic flusher.
Well, that maybe that's the reason he didn't flush.
Say they rented the bathrooms and they
click
didn't put
it.
auto flushers on it.
It had
Even
like the
post-COVID?
stick
Come on,
flusher, so I
man.
had to click it. I'm like,
No,
I'm not
come
touching
on,
that.
man.
Okay, let's stop talking.
Don't get me
Let's
started
change-
with the inconsistent bathroom experience.
I know,
Well,
like
it makes me
some
wanna
you put
drink.
the hand in front of
feelings
it,
about
some you're pulling it out.
Am
some
I like
you're
the only one? I go
winding.
to wash my hands under those automatic sinks, and I must
my God.
have
No,
like a
I'm
very.
like, I think I'm
They
dead.
never come on.
because they
I'm
never
a
turn on
ghost.
for
It
me
doesn't
either.
see me
Yeah.
ever.
Like
I
I don't
know,
have
same-
enough
I have that
body
same
heat
problem.
to activate it or something.
I know. I end up like going from one, trying the next one,
Yeah,
Right.
me too.
going down the line.
What really annoys me is I'll see other people walk up and try the one that I used, and it works for them, but it didn't work for me. I'm like, what am I, like
Vampire.
dead? What is going on? Yeah, did somebody forget to tell me that I'm undead?
Could be.
Undead.
I did find out because, believe it or not, I participated in a bathroom reno project at our golf club. Those things, if you don't get the plug-in kind, some of them are battery powered.
Oh,
So
then
literally
the
the
battery's
batteries may
dying and-
run out. Yeah, exactly. And that's what causes it not to turn on.
I also prefer paper towel rolls over the blowy things, the hand dryers.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not a big blower fan either. I always go for the paper towels myself.
unless it's a
And
Dyson.
apparently they've done like studies and they're really
Germy.
They blow the germs around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're germy. Yeah.
Well, the paper towel thing, as long as I don't have to touch it and manipulate the paper towel to come out, like the one that spins, or you have to like bend,
Or you can't
your
see the
hand where-
paper, so you got to like turn that little thing on the side.
I actually thought for some reason that there was less automatic paper towel dispensers than there used to be.
They do
I
still
kinda
have
remember
some
there
of the
Right, but I kind of remember there being more of the ones you just wave your hand under and it comes out. I just seemed that there was less of them. I don't know. Maybe it's just. I
I'll
don't
be
know.
totally honest. If it's one of the air dryers, I just shake my hands and come out, and you'll see me wiping them on my
Wiping on
pants,
the
which
pants.
probably is
Wipe hands on
grosser
pants.
too. But I'd rather do my.
Well, it's
Can't
also just
wipe
as
than a-
effective.
The
as
pants are
waving
probably
your hand.
cleaner than the
Yeah.
air dryer. So
Yeah.
Okay, now we've spent 10 minutes on
toilet talk. Toilet talk on the Simpsons.
There are entire website communities dedicated to Disney bathrooms, so I'm sure there's an audience for this somewhere.
Yes, Bud says, or it's just a trickle. Yeah, sometimes you get the sinks that don't have a lot of.
Well, actually,
That's a very long flush. Jesus.
my problem is the opposite. Some of the ones they come out at like 300 miles an hour, and it
And then it
sprays
sprays?
water all over the place. Yeah, you're like covered with water. Remember, I walked out of the one
Yes,
bathroom,
they
and you
keep
were like,
coming.
I was like, no,
We
no,
thought that he had,
Splash.
it was just
we
splash.
thought he had a
It's
really
not a
good
dribble. It's just a
Pressure
splash.
from flow.
backsplash from the urinal.
It's a splash. No,
I was in the
from
pool.
from the water. It's crazy. There's one in Galaxy's Edge where the faucet, it's a real tall like faucet, and it comes out like right at like almost at chest level, and it's like a fire hose. Like, and I have to stand off to the side when I wash my hands, so it does, because it just goes all over the like.
I love that since you've moved to Florida, like you've now made mental note.
Yeah,
Fire
no, don't use that.
hose
Yeah,
in
fire hose.
Galaxy's
bathroom.
Edge.
Step to the right. Yeah, I should write my own guide how not to get backsplashed in Disney bathrooms.
Nice. So from there, I think column meet was up next, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Pretty
That
sure.
was the last
Sounds
one, right?
right.
I think
and
I
then we were all
have
too tired after that.
some photos.
Yeah, that was like the last official
at least
thing that everybody made.
Yeah, I've got a few things there. That was
When I look at this picture, I didn't realize you guys were all cheersing.
Yeah, with my
everyone
fake-
cheered, and
I gave a thumbs
only
up. 'cause
two
I
of
didn't
us
have a
had
cup.
a drink in our hands.
We-
Yeah, that going back to how old we all are. I was like, I don't need drinks.
That's hilarious, honestly.
Those are nice.
So- Yeah, I like these guys. Yeah, they're all right. That was where we were sending a picture to Gary, since it was his column.
Yes.
It was
His
in
road
fact, his
furniture.
column.
Oh yeah, and then you were using those filters from the app.
Oh yeah, I was actually. There were a couple of them. Oh, there's the other one. Yeah, there are some interesting filters in the Disney app. But yeah,
but you had to have some kind of a. Was it for DVC people or something?
Yeah, I couldn't get them. It was like you had to unlock them somehow. I don't remember how.
I stopped trying to
on-
do
Genie
anything
Plus?
On the
else.
app?
Yeah.
Was there ones? I didn't even
Yeah,
I don't know.
exactly.
check.
Oh, and
Didn't
to Michael's point, yeah, the parks were pretty
Yeah.
crowded. That
That's-
was
They always are.
That's
Yeah, that was the next night.
Oh, you know what you need to have? You need to have Genie Plus service to get the frames.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that's what. Oh, wait, hold on. That was.
That was Ian acting out winning the castle.
Yeah, this
suite.
is.
Oh yeah, me acting out. That's what it
Oh
was
my
like when I won.
God.
What? I won what? You're kidding me.
That's his surprised face.
What? No,
amazing.
I can't. This can't be real. That's where it happened, right in that spot, right there.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, that was it. I asked him to reenact that for me.
Yeah.
That was a good
We
thing.
were obviously quite bored at that point.
Yes, indeed. So I mean, other stuff from the weekend. Any highlights, lowlights?
Oh, I just laughed my head off the whole weekend. It was so
Yeah,
nice
it was
hanging
very
out
fun.
with you
It was
guys.
so much fun. It was
was.
just a really good time.
It'd been a long time.
Yes.
Yeah, it had been. I mean,
Michael and I decided I hadn't.
here we go again. Every time that picture came up,
Uh,
You had so many adventures in that picture. You were
I
like
know.
at the top of the castle.
cutting
He
and
climbed
pasting me
Everest.
into
Remember,
many-
he
Oh, yeah.
climbed Mount
he
Everest.
climbed Everest. Yes.
He did. He
Hmm.
also was quite the singer too, if I remember correctly, right, Justin?
Yes.
I was
yes.
enjoying Justin's bad Photoshop skills.
Oh yeah, I have horrible Photoshop skills, and I just was making the
But-
worst ones.
but-
but they
That's
were
why it was
funny.
so funny. Yeah.
Yes.
There's a picture somewhere of me in the Grand Floridian Lounge when I looked at one of Justin's Photoshop pictures, and I'm like sprawled out laughing.
Yeah,
on the
we
couch.
fell down laughing.
In fairness,
think-
we had a bunch of cocktails. By
I think that was the Everest one. Him on top
Yeah.
of Everest.
It's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys. Amanda says it was great. Everyone was so nice and I had a wonderful time. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Amanda.
I got to ride Buzz Lightyear with Amanda. She was very sweet. First time meeting
Who
her,
won?
so-
Our condolences.
I don't even know.
We promised
we
never
weren't
to
even.
do that to you again.
Yes, that's the one.
Ouch.
Oh, I'm wearing the same shirt tonight.
There
Yes,
you go.
you are.
Let's assume you've done laundry since then.
I was going to say you've changed, right? Since
Nope.
there it is.
Carolyn,
Yeah,
you've
that was-
changed.
You can see I have my phone in my hand, and I just looked at it and collapsed in a fat puddle on the.
What does it say? Justin was killing me with these Photoshop skills. Yes.
Yeah.
Photos.
I put it in quotes. Yeah.
Yes. They were very.
I don't
bad.
think I can say what I was calling it on the trip. It's probably not socially acceptable anymore.
To those who asked, I do have pins left over, and I do have hats and shirts. So I will be putting those up for the folks that missed out on the festivities. We had a lot of folks who just, for one reason or another, couldn't make it, and were very apologetic about not being able to be there. So, yeah, I've actually got a very similar to this style of hat coming, so in a bunch of different colors, so we'll get that out there. But yeah, that's kind of the wrap on INTERCOT 25. I did have a couple other things, just did news wise, because we've got about 15 minutes before we got to get out of here.
Sure.
If you all want to talk about it. So I don't know if you saw in the news this week about the Galactic Star Cruiser. What's going
that
on
is
with
not
that?
Did you
very.
close it?
It's not
So
demand.
they are having trouble filling the rooms.
So they made it a
Ooh.
value hotel, and
So they are giving away rooms for publicity. So I
Really?
actually saw, what show was I watching? There was some show where it was like a bride, I think it's that weddings show that Disney does. So it's like
Oh,
they
yeah,
do like
yeah, yeah.
they do a little show about
Disney
the wedding.
fairy tale weddings. or
Yeah,
whatever
something
it's
like
called.
that.
Yeah,
And so it's kind of tacky. The
What,
the
a
bride
Star
and the
Wars
groom-
wedding.
No, the bride and the groom, they were standing at the altar, but they were getting married like under Spaceship Earth, so it would have been like super
so
early
the-
in the morning.
Yeah, well, that's
and
funny.
that Josh
So this is
DeMero
all
guy,
with a $25,000 wedding. Hello.
yes,
Right?
stupid. So then the Josh DeMero guy comes out and they're at the altar and he's like, we just are like so glad you guys decided to get married. We're going to give you for the next 3 nights or whatever at the Galactic Star Cruiser. Like that's what they're doing to fill rooms. They're just giving them away
Wow.
for like promotion.
They
What,
like,
they're staying at the
Josh
Grand
Graham-
Floridian.
Beat it.
Yeah, and you have,
In other words, they had this great room booked.
and now you have, and like the bride and groom are like, oh my God, it's so wonderful.
Because literally they could afford to have a wedding in the middle of Epcot. Okay. I mean, do you think they were hurting for a place to stay? I don't think so.
No, but I don't know what, like, something else that I read though, and you guys can argue this amongst yourselves, but somebody said that like you should want the Galactic Star Cruiser to succeed at its price point because this is the reasoning, and I kind of get it, but I kind of don't.
I think I know where you're going to go with this.
Is that they'll never lower the price for it, like they just won't. But if it fails and becomes something else, then Disney will never try to do something that ambitious ever again. Like the idea is pretty good, but I think the price point just kind of cuts out like a whole lot of people. And now that the newness of it, the novelty is worn off.
It's already been made apparent by Disney that they don't care about the price point or who can afford it. Like that's not what they're.
But there's not enough people that can. Like you have to. So I work in marketing.
People that can afford it,
but there's not. But then a smaller group of those people give a crap about Star Wars.
Right.
And even smaller still, maybe like Star Wars, but don't care to spend a whole weekend playing Star Wars. Like so I work in marketing, right? So when you are bringing a product to market, you do this, like market research, right? Like, did they just not ask the right questions in their market research?
No, they just asked a bunch of Star Wars fans.
Did they do what they usually do and just look at the results and make them say whatever they wanted them to say because they thought they had a really cool idea? And they do. The problem is it's just not priced right.
When did this open?
Like
do you remember?
A year ago? No.
Yeah. So
maybe not that long. No, I think it's been 6 months.
But honestly, we all talked about this on one of the podcasts that we thought that right away the demand was going to be through the roof at first. Honestly,
no repeat.
And I don't think we even anticipated it taking this long for them to start putting promotions because we figured, right away all the Star Wars fans and everything would go right away the first 2 months or whatever, and then it would slack off. Honestly, we're talking 6-8 months later, and now it's starting to die off.
I think it's been dying for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I did not think that.
Right?
By the way,
why would you do that twice?
Right. Well, John, you were on it. You can pick your different adventure. You can pick a different adventure every time you want to go. Obviously, for $10,000 isn't really worth it.
You can, but it's all within the same storyline, and I think that's the other thing, that there is zero repeat factor. It really is. I mean, it's ultimately the story is going to play out beginning and end the same way. There may be variations depending on the track that you go down, but you're not like you're still going to fight certain people at certain times. There's still certain characters that are going to show up at certain times. So I think that's one of the things they said that they're going to look at is having some different storylines.
I feel like that's something they maybe should have thought of.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
That's my point. Like, it's just like everything else. It's just there's no thinking that goes into it. Somebody just has an idea and they're like, oh yeah, here's your budget. Like, go figure it out. But you can only spend, $20 million or whatever. So they just spend their $20 million and then they stop. And
what do you think? Right. I mean, if this idea fails, does it just become you're staying in a Star Wars themed hotel, and then that happens to have a bar?
I feel like they're going to try, and they might try and go the route of like, on these dates, save 25%.
Yeah, like I feel like maybe it's failing because like I can't afford to go stay there.
I could afford it, but I'm not going to. It's the value is not right. No. Like, it's just not. I'm not spending that much for that.
The only thing more expensive than a Disney cruise, and then I could do Star Wars and on sea, and then
I mean, it's just it doesn't have it just does not have that. It's just the value is nowhere near close. Like it's
but
not.
You know what? They put it in a certain timeline too, and they have unknown characters on the ship that are like the captain.
I don't even care about that so much, but I mean, I'm not like a
you don't, but the fans
nerd. But
yeah, like if I'm spending that much money, there better be a Princess Leia.
Well, that's kind of that was my other point was like,
in a
Jabba.
bikini.
I think the people that are
In a
into this
bikini.
and have the money to
Slave Leia.
wait, what?
Like, I don't want
Never
some
mind.
weird blue lady that's never been in a movie before. I
That-
want to
yeah,
feel
exactly.
like I'm
Like, give
hanging
me
out
Han
with
Solo,
Yoda
give me
and
C-3PO, give me R2-D2 roaming around. Like, I mean, yeah, I don't. It's like, a bunch. You want me to pay how much for a bunch of face characters and like for it? No, it just
Yeah,
there's
that would be
no-
cool if like
if
R2D2
C-3PO was like,
yeah.
oh,
Put me, I'll tell you what you could do that would immediately get me to spend the money. Put me in A New Hope.
Yeah.
Make me a character in A New Hope.
That's what I
there.
was. That's
I'll
what I was
spend the
saying.
money.
That they
Your whole family is like the rebel soldiers with the little cone helmets. Pew,
And
pew.
also make my bed every day.
I'll be Red 9.
Yes.
Yeah, without
Fresh
me
towels.
having to pay like $39.95 extra. or
Oh my
whatever.
God, that's one of my biggest pet peeves since the pandemic.
Oh well, it's all for
Traveling.
environment. It's all for environmental. It's for environmental.
It's
They
like,
threw
dude,
out my water bottle. I was
Yeah, but-
upset about
I
that. I had a
know.
half-drank water bottle on my night table.
That Jeff bought us these giant water bottles at like the
convenience
Speedway.
store.
huge
Yeah.
smart water, and then she comes back and the maid has thrown it out.
Really?
Yeah, but our bed's not made. But they threw out my water
But
bottle.
they came in and did that and didn't make the bed.
Yeah, when we checked in at Animal Kingdom, they told us, well, every 2 days the housekeeping will come in and they're going to refresh your towels and throw away the garbage. And I was like, I was looked at her and I was like, and that's it? So you're coming into my room and just taking away dirty towels and then throwing.
Yeah, what am I paying for?
You don't make the bed. We don't do any of that. So Quentin and I, every morning, would gather all our towels and throw them in the hallway. And I was like, you know what? That's fine. We can play motel. That's fine. Like I was used
Well,
to
that's the thing. Like, that's what's outrageous about it. Like, I mean, I'm not going to ask because I don't want you to share this, but I know what a night at the Animal Kingdom Lodge costs. In any other hotel anywhere on Earth, if you pay what it costs to spend a night in the Animal Kingdom Lodge, you're getting like top tier, linens. You're getting, your bedding is all,
Bathrobes.
high. Yeah, you're getting bathrobes. You're getting, luxury soaps and stuff.
Right.
You're getting, they're going to make your bed. They're going to vacuum. Like, it's a real
It's just-
hotel.
it was
It's
actually
inexcusable to me that they charge that much and they can't even make your bed.
I mean, I wasn't even as upset with the bed making as I was just having to come in and, there's piles of used towels everywhere because I'm never going to be. No, I'm not going to put towels on a rod to dry so I can use again. No, dude, I'm not at home. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. I
Like,
want fresh towels. It's one of the perks of traveling, right?
Staying in an expensive hotel
Right.
is those small like services. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Well, see, I guess
100%.
we're just used to it with DVC because DVC they only come in and take your garbage out.
Yeah, but
I think it's the
that's
fourth
different.
day they
That's
change
the
your
expectation
towels
that's
and
been
whatnot.
set.
That's what
Right.
you're buying in for, though. You know that from the beginning.
Right.
At Grand Californian, they finally do daily service again, which was a treat.
It's time. You know what? I think you said it a number of podcasts back. Because of COVID is no longer an excuse. It's
No,
just
definitely
not.
not.
Stop it. Like at least at
It's a
Hilton,
year. It's
Yeah.
been a year. Like,
I mean, at
think we're
Hilton,
past it now.
when I get check in, they at least ask me. It's like, would you
Right, at Hilton,
like daily service? I'm like, or
Heck
we'll
yeah.
do it on demand. And I'm like, well, I'll tell you what, just put me down that every day I want service. in
I'm
my-
demanding.
I want to
every
come
day.
back to a clean room when I've been working every day.
Right.
Thank you.
and maybe it is different because in
If that makes me a diva, so
people
be it.
are always say like, "Oh, hotel doesn't matter because I just sleep there," but you're in one room with another person.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like it's not like I'm in my house where I can just like not be in my bedroom if I decide not to make my bed.
Yeah.
Or well, I would never throw towels on the floor in my house because I'm not an animal. But
You're
you know
not
what
a
I mean?
monster.
Like it still has a door that I can close off. Like I don't have that luxury if I'm staying in a hotel room because my entire area is 300 square feet. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
100%. And I think, by the way, Justin, when I did own DVC, I would make my bed every morning.
Yeah, I mean,
because
we
it
kinda-
really irritated
Even
me.
Jen and I,
Right.
when we stayed in All Stars, like the lowest
Like,
of
we
the
just
low,
pull the
we still
sheets
like
up or
pull the
whatever.
sheets up in the
Yes,
morning, and
great.
Well, it's like I think we've talked about this in the past, Carolyn. Wasn't it? You don't want to leave your room like when you're checking out, looking like a murder scene. You know, you
Yeah.
just see like actually kind of
a
smooth
monster
things
did
out.
not stay
and-
here.
Yeah, like I pick up my towels, I put them all in the tub or whatever, and
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
like
So I have a funny story.
sometimes I wipe down the
Let me just tell you.
counter.
So we were staying the last time we were at the Grand Californian. We went to Marceline's in downtown Disney in Seattle, in LA, you know, like the little
Yeah.
downtown Disney where it's like Walt's confectionery store. And we always get like chocolate. That's what we always do. Like when we're going out for first night, we have chocolate and just like chat about the day. And Quentin proceeds to drop his chocolate and it just smushes on the sheet. And he like has a full-on panic attack trying to clean it with a
no.
washcloth.
Oh no,
They're
you
gonna
probably made it worse.
bad. Like they're totally
Poop the
just
bed.
like so we were with a wet washcloth, making it a
Oh,
lot
that makes it worse because you're smearing it around.
right.
No.
When we were in the Animal Kingdom Lodge that first night, I was eating I don't know, some sort of chocolate, and he was like, "Don't eat it in bed, whatever you do." Oh my god!
He's got PTSD. Poor guy.
That's so funny.
He learned a hard lesson that
They don't
day.
change our sheets for 2 days.
Oh my
Oh, God.
gosh. All right, we got 5 minutes. One other thing I wanted to, well, other than we talked a little bit about how expensive Disney has gotten and being nickel and dime to death, and the new restaurant in Epcot, the price of that with the replace or is Shea George, I don't know, but and Morimoto's is having a $3,000 whiskey pairing meal. I mean, all of these things were kind of added to what you mentioned, Carolyn, about the wedding. But one other thing that I did try while I was there was the Magic Band Plus.
Mhm.
And did any of you try it?
No,
No.
Can't be
No, but
bothered.
I was with you a couple times when you did. I mean,
Like
Okay.
it would light up randomly and stuff.
So
right?
let me just say right now, I think it's a complete and total fail. There may be some interactive stuff that it becomes useful in the parks for, but holy moly, like the thing would vibrate and light up randomly or seemingly randomly, and you never were really sure why necessarily,
Like what
other
set
than
it off?
yeah, like what set it off. And we started talking about the kind of stuff where they just failed on this thing. Like you could have had something pop up in the app.
Well,
right?
one cool thing that I did hear and see that they in Batu, you actually have like a bounty hunter thing that you would do with the Magic Band Plus. So, I mean, that was the only really cool thing that I saw.
Right. And
that.
so that's and that's just it. But like for me, the average adult buying this thing, right? Like Blinky, you can't tell time on it. So there's like
And
they
correct me if I'm wrong. That's your only choice now. You can't just buy a plain.
No,
no,
you
you
can.
can
Yeah,
buy
they
plain
still sell
ones, but
plenty of
they've
Magic.
narrowed the selection down
Okay.
quite a bit. Like it's a lot smaller than it used to be. And the other thing is it doesn't use a standard charger. So instead of making it like a USB charger, like a USB-C or something, whatever, you have to have this giant. You ever had a Fitbit where you have to have like the special charger that like kind of clamps on and under the thing, and it's a whole.
My Garmin has that, yeah.
Yeah, instead of using inductive charging, because I'm guessing that was too much money or whatever, that we couldn't have just done that. Just
So does each Magic Band come with a charger? Or
Yes.
cable or something?
Yep. Yeah, they do. A special charging cable. And then if
if I bought two things, I'm gonna have two cables.
2 additional cables.
That
right.
seems like a waste.
Well,
and
that's
the batteries don't last long either. Like you need to charge it every night.
every night. Yep. And so like I said, you could have, like on the practical side of things, if you're using these and it lit up, I would love for the app to actually tell me why I'm lighting up. Like,
Yeah, I think
do a little
Bud was.
pop-up
We were
or
in the
something.
soaring exit,
Yeah.
if I remember right, and his thing went off in the exit. We're like, I don't see why it would be going off where we're standing.
Yeah. And other things were just kind of marginal. I mean, they were interesting
And you
or
have
whatever.
to charge
but
it every night.
every night. Every night.
Old scummy Apple Watch
Apple
3
Series
series
3. Yeah.
that I'm like constantly like, oh, I got to text. Oh, I got to delete that, whatever.
Right.
I can get 2 days out of my watch.
Right.
And
yeah. No,
you're
this
saying
no.
that this thing that just has some LED lights and doesn't even tell time can't
It
last
definitely
a day.
it has some RFID, but like, okay, so an example of what it might do when we were coming out of Remy, it flashed in the colors of the French flag. Okay, I mean, I'm just
Wow.
this is it. This is what you're paying for. So
Magical.
could we just build some practicality in it? Like, how
Why don't
hard
they
would it
make
have been to like
yeah.
have some sort of
Or
watch
why not
function or
just
something
have an
in
app
it, or-
now? If everybody's got a smartwatch nowadays, that you download the Disney app on your Google Watch or your
Right.
Apple
And then
Watch,
this
and
can go.
then
Yeah, why
this
couldn't
is
this be
everything.
your?
Well,
Yes.
if you can get into the park with it, I think that is enough, right? Like then you can definitely have it reading whatever else you're sending out to the watch, the Magic Band Plus.
Yeah.
I just having. I mean, I'm glad I got it to try it, and I bought it in advance, which means I got a discount on it because of the room reservation rather than paying for it in the parks. But like my son didn't have a Magic Band, so he's like, "Oh well, I'll just get like the cheapest of the Magic Band Pluses," and it was like $30 or something.
Oh,
and
So he won't be buying another for his collection.
No, I was fine with the regular Magic Bands. I got to be honest with you. This was interesting, but for an adult, I mean, it's along the line of the 100 Years of Magic pins again that would light up when you were buzz at certain times when you'd walk under an entrance or something. And
Or Pal Mickey.
Yeah, same.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him.
Same sort of ideas, and really those were more interesting, quite frankly, I think.
We had at Disneyland, we went for the 60th. We bought these paintbrush things for the kids, and it was cool because you could like change the color of other people's things with these paintbrushes.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Remember that?
Right.
Like, that was way
when
So
they
cooler
had
other
the
than
people
ears
would
to
be
glow with
holding
the
them, and then
show,
you could
right?
go hiya, and then now there's a screen. Or
Yeah.
yeah.
Hiya.
Those were cooler than these Magic Bands.
Well, but that's the same tech, though, essentially. I mean, because I'm sure I didn't have mine on because I'm ready for this. I forgot to charge it. So when I went to leave and I couldn't find the charger, the day that we went to the Magic Kingdom and watched the fireworks, I actually didn't have it on. So I didn't get to see
So like
how
the one interactive thing, and just
Yeah, I know, right? Right. Exactly, Michael.
Of course.
I completely failed.
You would
on
think that they actually, because they now want everyone to do the mobile magic
Right.
in the app, that instead of having to buy something, just have it on the app and let your phone do whatever. But again, now they're making money on people buying these things.
Correct.
I mean, you should just be able to have it that your phone can light up with whatever, and
Apple's
everyone
not
hold their
gonna
phones
allow
up.
that much control in an app, though.
Nah, true.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Phone companies
They
want them
can't
on-
get the app they currently have to work. So.
Right, exactly.
Their
That would
app
also-
and their Wi-Fi is
True.
just atrocious.
That would
Right?
also
It's just-
require being able to make an actual reservation for something inside a park or have something work. So that will not happen.
Complete truth on
Yeah,
that.
no
100%. Anything else from the weekend? By the way, the Kona reopened.
Yeah.
So just throwing
One
that
thing I
out
want to
there.
mention,
No.
we went
And
for
Mr. Toad
breakfast.
popcorn buckets are coming.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
going to try
nice.
and get a couple of
Mhm.
those on Tuesday, actually.
We
Because
went for breakfast.
We
at
continue to
the-
monetize rides that have completely gone away.
Oh, yeah.
and
yeah.
that we
Nostalgia.
destroyed.
There's always money in nostalgia, John.
Yeah.
You
What
know
were you saying, Justin?
We went to breakfast at Ale and Compass, and their breakfast is phenomenal there.
Where's
it's-
that?
At the yacht club.
It's at the
Okay.
Yacht Club.
Yeah.
It's a buffet, but also an entree, and it was like $20 a person. It was
Well, that actually is a decent deal. Yeah. As
Yeah,
opposed
that
to the
was probably-
$50 at the Wiener
probably
Schnitzel
the
place.
best meal deal that we
schnitzel
found. So yeah, it was really, really good. And
Don't tell anybody; they're gonna jack up the price.
Right.
Yeah, I
no
know,
one
that's-
watches this anyway. So
Thanks, Justin.
I kid.
we
We
kid.
know there's thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of
We
people
kid.
watching this.
We kid. Yeah, I think that was a wrap. I mean, I didn't have anything
It was
else.
a very fun weekend. I enjoyed
Yeah,
spending
it
my
was.
time with all of you and whoever else was there. It was just a lot of fun. Thank you all for making it fun.
Yay!
Yep.
So
it
in
was
5
nice
more
to meet
years,
some new people.
yes, but in 5 more years, we need to start or end earlier,
I think start earlier.
or
Our
have
events will
nap
go
time.
from- our
Let's
events
just
will go
start
from
at the
noon to
bar and
4.
forget all the other stuff.
We should have
think
like everybody
so
go
many
to like the
events.
contemporary lobby and have a snooze.
Just curl up like
That's
a
our
homeless
2:00
person.
activity.
Yeah,
Nap time.
a group nap. Bring your little
Bring your
Bring your-
pillow.
Bring your
Pillows,
blankie.
stuffies, and blankets.
pad. That's funny. Yeah, indeed. I think in 5 years, yeah, we'll cut back on the events. But yeah, thanks to everybody for
We should just do
showing
a
up.
cruise in 5 years. We should all start saving our money now.
Yeah, we're gonna need to.
Yeah, to do a cruise. That's true.
Oh,
But yeah, thanks to everybody for actually showing up, and for those who wished they could be there, we're sorry we didn't get to see you, but hopefully at a future event, future time, something like that. I forget who is, if anybody, is going to be in Disney in January for marathon weekend.
I'll be there.
Got
I'll
a
be there.
couple.
Ian,
Okay.
Justin,
Yep.
Jen
we
and
will be
I
there.
are contemplating going West Coast.
Oh, okay,
Nice.
that's nice.
well, then you'll have to be sure and let us know because Quentin and I could meet you.
Well, there you go.
For
We'd
sure.
have a dueling meets on the East and the West Coast.
Are you thinking January for Disneyland?
Yeah, because the kids don't have to go back to school till January 9th. So we have like the whole week of like January 2nd onward. So
Fun.
Nice.
yeah,
Should be a good time.
possibly. Although it's not the greatest weather I mean, it's California. It's not like it's going to be bad, but
No, it's still freezing at 4:00. It's so weird there.
Yeah, January is a weird time, and
Freezing is
California.
relative when you live
kind of
where
like
we live.
actually, it's not
True.
it's not that different than Hilton Head too, where you can have a really nice day, or you can have a day that's like in the 50s and really
I do recall
like a
a marathon
cold
weekend
breeze.
where we're like freezing
Yeah,
our butts off
right,
there
absolutely.
too.
And it really was only like 50, and we were all like,
Hoods
Yeah.
up!
add a
We're
little
like,
sprinkly rain in there, and that too. So yeah,
yeah.
it
But
should be
that's the
fun.
hope. We'll see.
Since I'm running my first marathon, Justin has given me some pointers. If any of you have any pointers, be sure and just drop them in the Intercot
Go to the bar
instant
instead.
message.
That's my pointer.
What's that? Go
I
to the
said
what?
go to the bar instead. That's my pointer.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
Mr. Mitchell, you were running a couple races that weekend.
I thought you were
So-
doing a 10, right?
5 and a 10. yeah.
5 and a 10. Very nice.
Running,
Wow.
running is a. I will
Relative
be
term.
participating in those.
The
events.
bloody stumps.
Walking with
How much-
rabbits.
How much running actually goes on remains to be seen.
It should be interesting.
I will finish and get my bling though. It may
Yes.
just take me a really
Yeah,
long time to get
which
done.
is
That's
fine.
fine.
It's all about the banana.
The goal
and
is
pen.
finishing.
Nobody cares about your time, anyways.
I'm with you.
They just want to know what the medal looks like.
I'm on that. So anyway, time to go. So
Yes, sir.
All right.
hopefully we'll see you in a few weeks from now, y'all. So for Justin, Jen, Ian, Carolyn, Michael,
oh my God, we have to have a good holiday edition. That's right. It's almost the
Yeah, we
holiday.
do. Yep,
Yeah.
that we're coming up upon that. So I mean, we're literally now almost on the doorsteps of November. So we should have at least 2 podcasts between now and the end of the year. I'm thinking.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds
All
good.
right, everybody. Have a
All
good
right.
night. Thanks
Good
to
night,
Magical
everyone.
Journeys. Thanks to all of our great fans. Bye now.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.